But you know, there are other considerations too. You're dealing with life and death, and for those around you, they're dealing with life and death. Today it's so much better, but back then, you know, every day was a big question mark. Is this the day that the immune system gives in?
That it breaks down. We've been so many times on the very last medicine that was possible, that was out there. You know, we've been on the trials, and I can't tell you how many times, at least a dozen times, we've sat in a physician's office and they've said, this is your new reality. You have less than a year. You have 2 years. And those are just realities. We've just always looked at them and said, we have faith in God, and when it's time, it's time. And until then, we really can't worry about it. We have life to live.
Well, and some stunning surprises. You would never have dreamed of becoming parents with this disease.
No, and that is the blessing of our life. We have a friend of ours who was able to research and discover a way that we could have children without Pokey being in danger and without our children being in danger. And so we are the father and the parents of 3 beautiful daughters, 13, 10, and 6.
We're going to see them in just a couple of minutes.
And they are precious, and they really do make life matter for us.
Yeah, kids are a real gauge, I think, a reality check. You know, when you get all consumed in your own world, just look at kids. And I don't care if they're yours or somebody else's. Kids give you a different perspective on things.
The simple delights of just every day being alive. Your denomination's leadership struggled with your HIV status when you applied for ordination. You know, one of the things about this book, the treasures of people, and you're going to have to read the book. I've just listed a few. There was Catherine, the girl with the brain tumor, 16 years old, in hospital with you in 1986. The impact of her attitude and encouragement when everything was new for you. Dr. Nancy Tatum.
Tatum, that's right.
Just a gift from God. Larry, good pastor. Now, his name was given by God.
That's right.
He is a good pastor, chair of the board of ministry. Could they afford to set a precedent by ordaining and placing an HIV positive pastor? And his words, the theological preparedness and call became the focus.
Absolutely.
I'm sure Jim is going to explore these chapters more with you tomorrow, Shane. But I can't miss, because we have you together, you battled through so much, and then all of a sudden, the wreck. It's a chapter in the book. What's that about?
We went through a period in our life right after the rejection from the very first church. Something just snapped inside of me, and I felt like that I had so much to prove to everyone, and that I wanted to make sure that people, you know, felt like they had not, you know, made a mistake in ordaining me. And so I did what a lot of husbands do. I spent a lot of time working, trying to do good Christian things, that I forgot what it meant to be a good Christian husband, and basically abandoned Pokey. And we went through just a very difficult time in our marriage where we just went in opposite directions. And it really was very sad, because people now who have read the book and know what all that we went through said, you know, if that can happen to Shane and Pokey, it can happen to anyone. But the opposite is also true. We decided we were going to barrel through, that we were going to stay true to what God had planted inside our marriage. And I really do want to say to people, it does not matter what you've been through in your life.
Don't give up.
Nothing is impossible with God.
The details are in the book. We don't have time to unpack the marriage story, but I do want to point out that it was labeled an almost hopeless scenario.
Absolutely.
No one would believe that looking at you today.
Well, in fact, the first counselor that I went to during that situation said to me, you have less than a 0% chance to make this work.
And can I highlight a guy at a truck stop named Earl? You left a silent retreat, and in the providence of God, met a guy at a truck stop named Earl.
God is so good. Earl is the name of my grandfather, but I was just in pain, looking for direction, and long story short, God put a man named Earl at a truck stop in the middle of the night. who ministered to me and basically was God's voice and courage and care for me, and probably saved my life. At the same time, Pokey was experiencing her own situation.
I was at a Beth Moore retreat.
Oh, at the same time?
At the very same time on the same weekend, and she asked a very pointed question. If God looked into your heart, would He be pleased? And I was like, oh my goodness, no, He wouldn't.
But I will tell you, you know, in the last 10 years since all of that happened, it is so sweet on this side of that. We would maybe change the details, but I don't think I would
Call it
trade.
refined by fire.
There you go.
Yeah. And oh, the fruit. Bring in the Southern Belles, please. Ladies, come right in here. I'm going to let you introduce yourselves because your names are so beautiful. We have them in order of age here. Your name and your age, please.
Emily, and I'm 6 years old.
I'm Juliana, and I'm 10.
I'm Sarah Grace, and I'm 13.
And the spellings are all so sweet. That wasn't Emily, that was Emma Lee, and Julie, Anna, and Sarah, spelled like Sarah before she became
That's right.
Sarah.
And that was on purpose because we didn't think we could have children, so it was by the grace of God that we could. And so we named her very specific for that.
S-A-R-A-I.
That's right.
Grace. Girls, is this your first time in Canada?
Yes, ma'am.
See, I had to ask them a question like that so you could hear the yes, ma'am, because that's the answer to everything. I love it. I love it. And where are you going today on this beautiful day?
Niagara Falls.
It's like a little choir.
It is.
You have a very interesting family motto, and I don't know if I need to get them to say it in unison. You probably can.
They probably
Go
should.
ahead, girls.
Be salt and light, you matter, God bless you.
Now, does your dad say that to you every day when you go off to school?
Yes, ma'am.
That is so beautiful. And do you all have it on your wall in your bedroom?
Yes, ma'am.
I got to say that again. Be salt and light. You matter. God bless you. Wow. Talk about a firm foundation for troubled times.
We're trying very hard.
Absolutely, absolutely. We believe they are the reason we do what we do, and if that's this is the best ministry that a person can be a part of, is watching them.
Parenting.
Absolutely.
My husband says it's the best adventure.
Absolutely.
Here,
It is.
here.
It is.
Well, this is a portrait of God's grace and goodness, and I wish we had more time to talk to each of these girls. Are so articulate. I said, are they homeschooled? And what was your answer, Mom?
Absolutely not. They are public school girls.
3 generations in your
I'm a
family.
3rd generation public school educator.
Well, 2 quotes. Most of the hard stuff became part of the greater context of my life. That's a great encouragement, Shane. And you tell us each day we are given a chance to live God's story, the wildest, most creative, most wonderful story ever told. And if you need some more encouragement to do just that, this book is available everywhere. A Positive Life, Living with HIV as a Pastor, Husband, and Father. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you very
To be
much.
with us. Didn't mention Kay Warren, who does the foreword, who brought you to that global summit on HIV at Saddleback Church. Jim will talk about that tomorrow.
Great.
And we just need more. More.
We love it. Thank you for the
God
invitation.
bless you and keep doing it.
Thank you.
Girls, have a great day at the Falls.
Thank you.